Doug. Week 17, my man.
Week 17.
Week 17. This is it.
It's just hard to, we talk about this all year long.
Right.
We get excited about it all year long, and here we are. It's week 17.
And we had no idea what road we were taking when we started this year either,
no,
right? No idea. But we are here. A full season of NFL football is about to be in the books.
We are back. You get
Regular
Carl,
season.
you get Doug, you get Brimm Sports. We're back for week 17.
Week 17.
I mean, the fact that we just made it this long. I mean, the fact that the NFL made it this long.
Yeah.
I mean,
all
kudos to them.
stuff,
I mean, just powering on through and doing what they did. This is just...
I'm excited, and we got a big day, a big weekend this weekend, a big slate of games. A lot of people got something to play for.
I'm actually kind of at a loss of words for it. I mean, just, which is unusual for me, right?
It's exciting. It's exciting, right?
Which is unusual for me. But, you know what? First of all, how was your Christmas?
Christmas was great. Family was great. Yep. We had a nice little white Christmas, too. It snowed the night before.
It was awesome. We
Day.
live up here in northern Ohio.
Yeah.
And literally, it was like Christmas Eve. It was all green outside.
And
then you wake up Christmas morning, and it was like a couple inches of snow all over the ground. It was really, really cool.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Now, that was really cool. My Kool-Aid pick came through. We'll talk about that. It was really cool. But I tell you something else that's really, really cool. This past week, week 16, put me over the top, baby.
A lot of fantasy teams finishing up, and Fire and Brimm won the league. The champions.
Woo! Tell you what, Brad, Ward on Sports, chaired the league. It was the podcast, a bunch of different people that do YouTube shows and podcasts, lined up in the fantasy league. Fire Brimm Sports, baby. Hey,
champs.
I got to thank you because, for complete disclosure, when we were doing the draft, I was drafted like 10 out of 12, something like that. I'm on the phone with Carl. Who do you like? Who do you think about?
We had an incredible strategy that played out. Picking in that 10th spot and coming around and picking again we had a great strategy. So.
Okay, it was Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
Those are our first two picks.
They powered it through it. Believe it or not, I had Josh Allen as my backup quarterback.
All season. That was a stacked team. And Darren Waller as tight end really came through for me. CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, that was a big one. Yep, I remember picking.
I always like picking up those rookies. I just have a good vibe about, and so.
Well, when they hit, when they hit, right? It's gold.
Absolutely.
So congratulations.
Thank you. And again,
Thanks,
Brad, thank you for that, man.
Yep.
All right, so we talked about Christmas. Talked about I did my lap around there, which I had to do, just because. The other thing, like I said, the Kool-Aid pick. Guess what? I just want to go right into records here, man, because I'm happy about this. Of course, I'm bypassing the rest of the records. I've come back. I'm 500 the Kool-Aid pick.
The Kool-Aid pick is now at 8-8, and that means this week to go over 500 for the Kool-Aid pick.
That's right.
It all comes down to this one. I hope we got a good one cooked up. Because
we do.
I'm anxious to see who it is.
You know what?
I'm anxious to see.
I do look at the board, before we record, I look at the board and go, is there one team just jumps out? I'll be honest with you. There wasn't one that really just jumped out and grabbed me this week. So I was just thinking about it. But, dude, what do we do with the records?
I have been spending so much time in my war room. I've got, all the stats you could just all over the place, and I'm trying to put together. I probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I just started overthinking and not trusting yourself. And I stuck with some teams that I thought had better. We're going to have better results. I stuck with them too long.
Yeah.
I stuck with them too long, and I've collapsed. I've collapsed. So, I'm sure there's a lot of Browns fans out there that are happy to see me collapse. But
yeah, well, you collapse. I have been just in a state of disrepair and angst all season long. So I mean, it is what it is.
I need like one of those 11-3 weeks, something like that.
You could do it. You could do that. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, another example that. They didn't build Vegas on winners.
Nope, they didn't. They didn't build those buildings on winners. They sure did not.
You don't go to Vegas to see all that stuff because of all the people that win.
And and it's tough to do it back to back. So we've had, we started the guest picker
Yeah.
4 weeks ago, and I think Dominic is still our top guy at 8-8.
Yeah, 8-8, right.
And so these are guys that are coming off of big weeks because they beat out 45
Absolutely.
other people.
Yeah, exactly.
To get on the board, and then it's tough to come back with a double-digit win.
It
again.
is.
I mean, it's a tough
If there's
business.
anything I'm proud of is that we did this the whole season.
Oh,
This is the whole
absolutely.
season.
Yeah, we pick every game.
And
Yeah.
you get every game the whole season. It's tough, man. It really
I
is
love when
tough.
people say, "No way, that's going to happen." Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, it can happen.
Yeah.
Believe me, it can happen. So let's take a run around. I mean, last week 16 was tough.
Yeah.
There were like 44 of us. There were only like 8 people that were above 500.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah,
out
that's
of
tough week.
44, it was a tough week, and you could see it. I mean, Brad, who's always consistent, 8-8, man, that's a solid
How many
week.
people had the Jets?
There weren't many people in the Jets. There were not many people in the Jets. You know, that was one of those games where there's always one game every week. As I look through the everybody's picks, there's one the Patriots and the Steelers. I forget which one it was.
Yeah.
It was like, everybody is
had 'em.
picking it. It's
Yeah.
like, and then they just get blown out.
Yeah.
You know, something happens.
You just never know.
You just never know. That's exactly right. And so it continues on YouTube as well, where you've got a bunch of tough ones. I mean, it was a tough week for everybody. I mean,
See, Dominic, this is guy. Look, Dominic, I know
Dominic,
you're
yeah,
6
I
and 10, but
know.
look, he's still holding on as the top guest picker at 8-8. So.
absolutely. So, like I said, there were only 8 people that were above 500, and 3 of those folks actually got into double digits.
So Andy was our winner at 11-5.
11-5. Nice job, man.
Great job, Andy. But we couldn't reach Andy.
We couldn't reach Andy.
reach
We reached out.
Yeah.
I tried to get a hold of him. Couldn't make it out.
That
Hopefully, he can
happens.
still get his
Yep.
picks in
Yep.
this week.
Yep.
And so went to the next two. The next two that were in the double
Great picks,
digits.
Alex and Eduardo. Great
So-
job at 10-6.
Absolutely. So I put the names in the hat and pulled out Alex.
So
Alex
is our
our
guy.
guest picker this week. What's really funny about Alex is that he said last week his wife helped him out.
Oh, and got him on the board. Hey, all right,
On the board.
nice.
So, dude, take your wife to Vegas.
Let's go. Pick the games, man.
Take her to Vegas.
Yep.
So we got his picks. We'll get his picks on the board when we go through it.
All right.
So
Welcome
again,
aboard, Alex.
really
Yeah.
fun time with everybody. It's been this way all season too.
So-
You know, getting everybody's comments and getting everybody's picks. So tell you what, man, let's talk playoffs.
Wow.
What do you think?
I heard on the radio that with the NFC,
Yeah,
the way that the NFC East, with all those different combinations of teams that could make the playoffs, that altogether there was about over 120 different playoff scenarios. Combinations
Oh,
that
no kidding.
of games, so and so at so and so
Yeah.
and so and so.
Yeah.
Because based on who wins that, everything that could come, there's just so many different combinations. I mean, obviously there's not 100
Oh, yeah.
teams, but
Yeah.
different combinations of what could play out based on that NFC East.
Well,
Which is really like, for being as bad as they are, they sure have the spotlight this
no
weekend,
kidding.
don't they?
No
They
kidding.
control a lot.
I mean, actually, on the board we got a bookend here.
Yeah,
We've
they
got
start the week and they end the
And
week.
they end the week. That's
So
right.
it's all about the NFC East. Who would have thought?
Okay, so let's talk about the NFC. So in right now, we know these guys are in. Packers, Saints, Seahawks, and Buccaneers, they're in. They're in the playoffs.
And I believe all of them could play, or the Packers, the Saints, and the Seahawks are battling for a potential number 1 seed,
That's right. That's
which
right.
is the bye, which
So
is the first bye.
These are meaningful games yet
Yeah.
for actually these three
Yeah.
teams, especially the Packers, because they've got the Bears.
And I tell you what, if there's a team I don't want to play right now, I have banged on the Bears offense all season.
We
and you know
both
what?
have, dude.
Just to prove that I can come around, right? Like if you
Yeah.
do something, I'll come around. The Bears, I do not want to play the Bears right now. Wow. I'm telling you, I do not want to play the Chicago Bears right now.
That Bears team has
Wow.
gone from little cubs
I'll tell you what.
to full-grown Bears.
I mean, they
man.
are beating people.
They are
It's
beating
not,
people.
yeah. So look out for Chicago.
It's starting with their
seriously.
defense too.
Yeah.
I think it's a defense.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
it-
And the
it's
offense, they
kind
came
of-
away and went back to Trubisky and
Exactly.
boom. Like,
Exactly.
whew.
So
oh my gosh. Just
So
there.
let's look at the NFC East. Okay, I've been calling them the least all
Well,
year
yeah.
long. Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, that's 'cause
it's
it's-
interesting now, right?
Interesting.
It's
Who
interesting.
will
Okay.
be the least? Who will be the beast of the least?
Okay, Washington, if they win, they're in. They've got it covered.
And with Alex Smith, I think they do.
yeah,
With Tyler Heineke,
Heineken.
he with him, I don't think they have much of a chance. But Smith can lead them to victory.
Yeah, and in Washington,
I like them with Smith.
Washington again is the Eagles. That's a Sunday night game.
And they should win that game. But you know what, Jalen? I mean,
But Jalen Hurts.
He makes them dangerous.
Dude.
He makes them so dangerous.
Dude, he makes them scary. Is what it does.
Yep, he sure does.
Oh, no kidding. So that's gonna be interesting. It comes out. I think that Washington. I'm looking to Washington. I actually hope it's Washington myself.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys. I got to give the Red Rifle. He's been actually
and he's
playing
got
pretty
experience.
good
He's
down
got playoff experience. He made the playoffs like almost every year with Cincinnati. He just couldn't win that playoff game.
I know. So that's going to be interesting. Who's going to come out of that? And then the rest of it. Then that means out of these three teams, you got the Cardinals, you got the Rams, and you got the Bears. Two of them make it in. So
what do the Bears need? Do the Bears win in their end, or do they need help?
the Bears win. What do we got here
Bears
on the
win.
board?
Oh, the Bears beat the Packers. They're in. Yeah.
The Bears beat the Packers. They're in.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals win, they're in. Actually, if they all three win, they're in. But the cool thing is that the Cardinals and the Rams, they play each other. So basically, only two of these three teams can win on Sunday, and then they're in.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be interesting. And again, the Packers, the Packers played the Bears, so they both. That's a meaningful freaking game.
The Packers are playing for that number one seed,
right,
which is a big deal, and the Bears.
And the Bears are playing to get to the playoffs.
When you're rolling into the playoffs, look, momentum is a key.
No kidding.
Is huge, and right now I can't take my eyes off the Bears. I wish I had got late on them more.
To your point, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Is that is a team that because what are they? I mean, we've been burying them, right?
I literally, in the middle of the season, I was burying them as nothing. And I will come around if you show me something, which there's some teams that I bang on that don't come around, that are laughable, that think they come around and they don't because they're terrible.
Okay.
Like the Browns.
In AFC, let's go AFC. Yeah. You get the big three, man. I'm just going to call these guys the big three.
Are they still the big three?
I don't know about that. You know what? I put the Packers in there.
What's funny here is early on they were like,
you're right about that.
They had that 11-0 record, and everybody was making the jokes about look at who they've played, look at Baltimore with the backups, and I always say, it's a stolen saying from Dick, I believe, but it's you are what your record says you are. So I was always they're 11-0. Well, look, that week's schedule is
it's showing itself. So good point. I wouldn't put them in the big three. I'd put the Packers in there.
Yeah.
I'd probably put the Packers, but definitely the Chiefs. And the Bills. The Bills are coming on,
man.
The
Bills right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills are just they're doing everything right.
Yeah.
They're doing absolutely everything right as that team. Hashtag Bills Mafia.
Hashtag Bills Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost it's hard not to get behind them right now.
So now here's where the real fun is going on in the AFC. Titans, Colts, Dolphins, Ravens, and Browns. They're all 10-5. You got 5 teams.
Listen,
and 10-5.
There's a team on this list that I do not want to play right now in their AFC.
Okay, which one is it?
I do not.
The Browns.
Baltimore is locked in. They are locked in right now, Doug. Baltimore.
They are. Obviously, these two are playing for the division title as well.
Yes.
So they're both. Right
home
now,
game.
I believe Tennessee has like the head-to-head.
Yeah, they got to win, and Tennessee loses.
Okay. So there's that. The Dolphins. Who do the Dolphins have? They get the Bills.
Game,
okay. For the Bills,
I don't know if they're playing like so. Pittsburgh, we know Rudolph is starting, Rosberg on the bench, but you've got that whole thing with the helmet swinging last year too. So there could be still some fire in that game. I mean, Pittsburgh and Cleveland is always a beat down for Cleveland, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
But some Bills are who I don't know. Are they? They win. They get the 2 seed, and they could be looking at 2 home playoff games.
Assuming they just keep winning, right?
Yeah, right. So because they would have 2 home playoff games.
Yeah.
So as opposed to falling to the 3 seed, so the Bills still have something to play for.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That's gonna be interesting. And then the Ravens have the Ravens have
the Bengals.
The Bengals. That's right. The Bengals. Don't get the Bengals. The Bengals. What they beat the Texans last week.
Yeah. That's not Baltimore. Baltimore is right now again momentum locked in, hitting on all cylinders.
I like where you're going with the momentum. I like where you're going with that.
And Baltimore and Chicago. if you picture just like a horse race of teams coming around that,
Yeah.
I mean, the Baltimore and Chicago are those two that are just, look at those guys.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way of putting it.
Whoa, here they come.
Dude, that's a good way of putting it.
So
I can see that one. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. They're coming down the stretch they come, right?
And they are
exactly.
charging. They are charging.
What about the Dolphins?
Because this game right here really intrigues me. And you know what? I can't leave out Buffalo. I mean, geez, there's AFC is where it's at. I mean, AFC is where it's at.
The Dolphins, I think they're a wine that's being opened a little bit too soon.
What a season they had.
But give them credit.
They were the joke of the league last year.
They were the joke of the league. They've got a bunch of draft picks coming up, too. This team is only going to get better.
Yeah.
And having Fitzmagic as your backup quarterback, as me as a Raider fan, I can see that.
What a throw last week.
Jeez.
Goodness gracious.
That's what quarterbacks, the good quarterbacks, I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying that he has it. You've seen Favre do it. You've seen Rodgers do it. You've seen Roethlisberger do it. You've seen Brady. They just do things, and good things happen when they do it. So that blind, face mask, throw that he had is pretty incredible. So it's gonna be fun.
Man. So bottom line, there's a lot of good football this weekend. A lot of things to be decided. So many different scenarios. This is our last regular season full board of the year. We're going to the board to do picks. It's the last time for 2020 that we're doing a full board.
The full board.
The full board of picks. Happy New Year.
God, you're going to make me cry.
Man, I'm excited to get to this because there's so many games that mean something this week.
You're going to make me cry.
And let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
New Year.
Okay.
Let's go.
But before that, let's go brown bags.
Brown bags. Do we have those this week?
You know what? You're doggone right I am. I'm picking my Raiders, man. This is like cumulative effect as well. They were 6-3 at one point, and now they're 7-8. So that means they've gone 1-5 over the past 6 games. The only win they have was a Hail Mary against the Jets.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Jets.
Oh my gosh, they deserve this. They're going to wear this very well. And deservedly so.
But the powerhouse Jets, though. Who wants to play the Jets right now, Doug? Nobody, especially when you have to beat them to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. This season has been about the Browns for me, and I've spent a lot of time banging on the Browns, right? And I get some grief for it, but look, the Browns to me are just the same old clowns that they've always been.
Wait a minute. Their entire wide receiver core was gone. They were absolutely gone in that game.
Okay, but you were playing the Jets.
That is a good point.
You were playing the Jets. That's the Browns apologist coming out. Oh, but listen, you were playing the Jets for a chance to go. You're locking in the playoffs, Baker. Instead, you fumble 3 times. Look, I'm sorry that I have to do this as my brown bag pick for the season, but it really... Because, and again, I want to emphasize, there's no one's paying me. I am allowed to voice my opinion. And I've warned you, Cleveland, you don't want to go into this game having to win it. And you're a 10-point favorite.
You have to win it. You have to win it, right.
You're lucky that they came back and beat the Colts last week. Because if they don't beat the Colts, Pittsburgh's playing this game.
So is that a new hashtag Browns apologist?
Browns apologist. Jeez, oh Pete, beat the Jets for crying out loud. But hey, I asked. That was my Christmas present for the Browns to somehow fall apart in incredible fashion. I asked for the Grinch to come and take it away.
Dude. I should have given you this shirt last week, okay?
He showed up.
You're a freaking Grinch.
He showed up.
Look at this, man.
And I took all the lights. I took all the bows. I took the Christmas, the ham, the feast, beast.
You are the Grinch. There's no doubt about it. All right.
But anyway, look, Cleveland, you still control your destiny. Get it done today. If you want to make it, you got to earn it. You want to make it, you got to earn it. So. Okay. All right, Cleveland. All right, you know how I feel about Cleveland. Alex, welcome to the board, Alex.
Would you put
welcome to the board.
Okay.
Alex, you're trying to beat 8-8, man. You're trying to beat 8-8. That's our top guest picker.
Okay. Cowboys, and they're all Sunday games this week?
Yeah,
all
Sunday.
1 o'clock or 4:25, and you get the Sunday night game. So, okay, we start with the bookends.
Right.
Okay, Cowboys take on the Giants. I like the Cowboys. I think they're coming on. I mean, if they're going to peak in a bad season, I think that they're peaking right
They
now.
got to win, and Washington's got to lose, right?
They've got to win, and Washington's got to lose.
I am going to go with them boys just because Dalton has the experience to maybe take him there. That should be a good game.
It looks like Alex's wife.
So, hey, Mrs. Alex, good pick.
She is going with them too. Okay. I just like they're doing it, in a bad division.
Yep.
They're stepping up. Okay, here's a game right here. This is the big one. Steelers sitting everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Sitting everybody.
Taking on the Browns. The Browns
Right.
lead this game.
Yeah.
10.
Listen.
Okay.
Who do you like? Is this a Kool-Aid pick?
Who do
Is
I
this a Kool-Aid pick?
No, this is not a Kool-Aid pick. This is not a Kool-Aid pick.
Do you want me to pick first?
You know what? You pick first.
All right.
Because I'm still thinking about that.
Because if I had a money line play, I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to win the game, and you're going to give me 10 points. You're gosh darn right. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Okay,
Come
you
on.
know what?
Browns are going
Here's what I'm
to
gonna do.
lose to the Browns.
I am going to go Pittsburgh with the points. I think the Browns win the game, but I'm going Pittsburgh with the points.
I'll take the 10 points, but Pittsburgh's going to win that football
And
game.
it looks like
Alex is on board with
Alex
us.
is on board with that. Remember,
All right.
I'm saying Browns are going to win, but I'm taking it.
Yeah, Browns are the only. It means something. The Browns, Pittsburgh's in. Their position's not changing, so we'll see. It's just the fun of beating Cleveland at this point.
Okay, Dolphins, you need this game. They need to win the game. The Bills, like you said, we're not sure if they're starting a bunch of people or not.
Yeah.
I still have to go Bills. I'm still going to go Bills just
I am too.
because I'm going to
I am
Bills.
too. Just because I've gone against them too many times when I shouldn't have.
And
Bills Mafia.
Alex is going Bills too.
Look at
It's
that.
not like I'm going to get. I like the Dolphins. They're traveling. Second week in a row, they were out in Vegas last week. I mean, that's going to
the one thing that
it up
is
a little
truth,
bit.
and this has always hung true,
And the
is
weather, too.
You're going up there to play in the
They're
cold.
going to the weather.
They're
The
going up there
weather
to
as
play in
well.
the cold. so-
Okay, the Ravens, like you said, Ravens are they're hot.
Oh, yeah, they're going to
Take on the Bengals. Wait a minute, it's 11 and a
I don't
half
care.
though.
Listen,
It's-
that's the
you're
one
gonna
thing.
go
Baltimore
Ravens?
covered that double digits last week. They're going to do it again. They're locked in.
You know what?
You going Houday with the Kool-Aid pick?
The heck
Where's
with
Kool-Aid?
that. I'm going to go with my gut. My gut says the Ravens are going to win the game.
There's no way that's going to happen. No way the Bengals are covering that.
Bengals, give me the Bengals. I'll take the 11 and a half points.
Okay.
I've been eaten up so many times this year. It gets suckered in thinking that they're going to cover. Okay. The Bucks are already in.
Bucks are in.
Take on the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
6.5 though.
Yeah.
That's the.
In Tampa, hey, Atlanta finds a way to keep this game close. When 4-point game.
If you,
But
I'm going
they'll
to go with
score.
Atlanta.
They've
If they're-
scored.
Atlanta, what do they have to lose, right?
Yeah.
Just go. Okay, Alex is thinking it's the Bucks. I mean, that's 6.5. That's a tough. I'm going to go with that. Let's go with Atlanta. All right, here's your game. Lions, Vikings. Vikings by 7.
So
Dalvin
Cook is out.
Unfortunately, is out.
Yep.
He is out.
And this is a game that doesn't mean anything to either team. And the Lions would love to hurt their draft position, as they always do. So this would be a game that Stafford comes out and plays his butt off and somehow covers this football game.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. And Alex is going with matching with the Lions. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I tank, man. I would tank and just
Yeah,
get
but
the
they
draft
won't.
pick.
That's what I mean. They're going to win.
I know.
Yeah.
They're going
That's
to
the
be so
Lions.
stupid. I would absolutely tank on it if I were them. Oh, this would be Zimmer's last game, too. I don't care if they win or lose.
They're going to fire Zim?
They're going to fire Zim. Doggone right.
I don't think they will.
That's it, right there.
They almost came all the way back.
Fire Zim and go with Matt Campbell, Iowa State head coach.
Wow.
That's who I would go with. Okay, Jets, Dolphins,
Patriots, Jets,
I'm
Patriots.
sorry, Jets,
That's right.
Patriots. What the heck? We're
I'm
going
just
to
going
win
to
one.
say
I'm going to say
that
Patriots.
Belichick just isn't going to.
Absolutely.
I mean, they'll go out
I'm
there and
with
win their
you.
last game. Why not?
Yep. And it looks like Alex is with us on that one too. Okay.
Jeez.
My Raiders take on the Broncos. They're going to Mile High.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are in a death spiral right now. I'm with Broncos in that one. Sorry, Raider fans. I mean, I'm just. It is what it is. You just have to. Sometimes you have to go with it. Okay.
This is a big game.
This is a huge game right
Yeah,
here.
this is a big game.
Okay. Remember, Jared Goff's out. He's got a broken thumb.
Yep, he's out.
had surgery. Kyler Murray, there's a question of him not playing. He is going to play.
Alex likes the Rams.
Does he like the Rams?
I'm going with the Cardinals.
You're going to go the Cardinals? And you know what?
There it
Dude,
is. I
there
like
it
that.
is.
I like it. To go 500.
Go 500. Above 500. I'm going with the Cardinals, man. I
like
got to
it.
do that. I hate to pick on the Rams because they're down with the quarterback, but the Cardinals did lose last week though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough one. They shouldn't lose that, but this is it.
Kool-Aid pick.
Drink the
Drink
Kool-Aid.
it up. Drink it up. Drink the Kool-Aid. He's drinking the Kool-Aid for the Cardinals.
You got the Kool-Aid, the Cardinals. Okay, here's another one. Titans need to win this one.
Yeah.
You know what?
They need to win it, and I think you tend to play tight in situations like that, and you don't really want Houston playing with nothing to lose type of game. It's gonna be kind of a shootout, I think.
It's going to be a shootout, but I think the Titans rumble.
Well, that's what
I
Alex.
think
That's what Alex thinks too. But
I think the Titans rumble. I think Derrick Henry
is.
is just going to they're going to give him the ball 35 times that game.
This game.
This game is interesting. This is a fun game right here.
Look, I just think the Bears are rolling. I think this could be a great game. I'm going to go with the Bears.
You know what? I'm going to go with you on that. I'm going to go with you on the Bears. I mean, give me those 5.5 points.
Yep.
Give me those 5.5 points. I'll go with the Bears. It's going to be a battle. I think you're right. It's going to come down right to the last, whoever's got the last ball.
Colts and the Jags. This game's so important. The Colts may tighten up a bit because they need it so bad. They're already talking about not putting scores on the scoreboard. I'm going Jacksonville to it's going to be tight. They're going to be playing to win.
That's because there's so many of the games at 1 o'clock, like the Browns,
Yeah.
the Ravens. That their destiny's already been controlled, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they've got the number 1 pick already sealed up. They don't really.
They may
care.
not win the game, right? You're going to get rolled over. You think you're going to take Colts to cover that, huh?
I'm going to take
play
Colts to
tight
cover.
level of
I'm going to take
competition.
Colts to cover it. I think the Colts actually cover 14. I mean, it's stupid.
Yep.
Giving up 14 points, but I'm going to go Colts to cover.
All right.
Okay, Seahawks take on the 49ers. 49ers always tough, man. They're always tough. I tell you what,
Give me Russell Wilson.
yeah, I'm going to go
Good
49ers. I'm taking the points. I think the Seahawks win, but you never count out the 49ers.
Alex is sticking with the Seahawks.
He's going to the Seahawks. Yeah, I get to go against. You know what? I've been doing all this stuff, trying to follow you and all this sort of stuff, and I've been following.
No, I'm going against.
Not this time.
No.
I'm going on my own. I'm being my own man here. All right, this game is pretty much. Well, no, they win. They could potentially get the Saints. Could potentially get the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think Carolina's kind of packing it in. Oh wait, that's Alex there. I'm going with the Saints also.
I'm
though.
going with the Saints.
That's
I'm
just- I'll
thinking
take the
that
Saints there.
Drew Brees and company, they have to hone their skills of sorts. Get ready for the playoffs, and they're going to do it. They'll cover that 6.5.
Chargers are actually 3.5 point favorites.
That's because
got a guy trying
the
to be-
Chiefs
you
are
guys-
sitting everything.
Yeah, and you got a guy still going for Rookie of the Year. He's going to put up some stats.
I'm
I
still
think the
going
Chargers
Chiefs.
win.
I'm still
Chiefs
going
win,
Chiefs. I'm
Yeah.
still going Chiefs.
They're
Only
14
because
too.
they're going to Arrowhead. Not
Yeah.
that it means much this season, but I think it just, Chad Henney's going to want to put up a good game.
I like the Chargers.
All right.
There it is. NFC East.
This
Close
is
it up.
All right.
Can Washington do it?
So it comes down to Washington once again.
It comes down to
Washington
whether or not
wins.
Alex Smith
They're
is
in.
playing.
Alex Smith is supposed. Well, they said.
Alex is going with Washington, man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Jalen to just kind of throw a wrench in that NFC
You know what?
East.
Unfortunately, I got to go with you, dude. I have to go with you on that.
Yeah,
I want to go Washington so bad.
but it's the NFC East.
It's NFC.
Man,
You got to do it.
Happy New Year.
Really. Happy New Year, folks. This is, I'm gonna. What the
Let's
heck?
close out 2020. Let's
say-
ring in 2021.
Happy New Year to everybody. This has been. You look good with that hat. You know that?
What a great year.
It's been such
We've
a
got our
fun year,
playoff
hasn't
shows
it?
coming. Our playoff shows are coming, but Happy New Year. Wishing everybody wonderful 2021.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
So, as usual, we're going to get this out on YouTube, we'll get it on Facebook, we'll get it on Twitter. Continue with your comments,
Yeah.
your picks. It's been such a fun time this year.
It really has.
just
it
get
really has.
everybody's
So
comments
subscribe.
and
Hit
picks.
that little subscribe button.
Absolutely. Please do
So
that.
you know when we
can
got a
always
new
get
video
subscribers.
coming out. So
You got it. Hey, everybody, again, have a wonderful, wonderful New Year. This is Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year, man.
Hey,
It's been fun.
Happy New Year to you, my man.
All right, I'll
It's
see you in
been
the
a blast.
playoffs.
All right, you got it.
all right.
Hey,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
See ya. Bye.